Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Eagle, Soviet Global Command 4.3. Alright, Tech. Advanced Logistics, Caterpillar Drive, Chemical, Advanced Manufacturing. Chemical, yes. Everything else, no. Chemical goes to stage 3. All right. Next up, we have global operations. Insurgency. The PRF insurgent this time is being placed in Zaire. Big target. So far, PRF has been unstoppable. On the American turn, we'll have to see what they can do this time. And then diplomacy, they're going to take the 2 free dice and try to talk India into a defense treaty since their neighbor Pakistan has decided to upgrade their diplomatic status with U.S. Global. All right, military aid. Let's see. For PRF, with arms sales, they're spending 3 on a SAM and a field artillery. To Iraq, with arms sales, they're spending 8 on a next-gen MBT and a fighter. And then to Angola, with arms sales, they are also spending 10 on a next-gen MBT and a fighter. And for themselves, 8 for a pair of MBTs, and the remaining 10 for 2 destroyers and a frigate. Combat. Yes. You saw the arrows in the opening shot there, so you already know there's going to be some combat action this turn. So let's just put the camera right here. I think I can even zoom in a little bit. There, you can see a little better now. So the Soviet Union is declaring war on Iran. So the land units here in Southern Caucasia are attacking Tabriz. And the artilleries will be using chemical. This guy's going along even though he's not part of the fight. There we go. That's the force attacking Tabriz. From Turkmenistan, this SAM and mech are going to attack Tehran. The attack chopper in Southern Caucasia 1-2 into the Tehran attack. And then from up here in Volgograd, you got 3 airborne that are going to go 1-2-3 in their airborne assault. A fighter is going to go join the attack in Tehran. I forgot this fighter from Volgograd 1-2-3 into Tabriz over here to support that attack. So there we go on that. Now we're going to head to Scandinavia. What could possibly be going on in Scandinavia, you wonder? Well, the Soviets think they want to finish their conquest of Greece. So, I took the choppers off of this card. They're going to remain behind. So there's going to be 3 Marines, 3 Marines that are going to attack in amphibious assault. They're going to load up on the 3 amphibs here. And, well, actually, they don't even have to move. they can just bridge from right here because they got access right there. So 3 Marines are going in amphibious assault. 2 airborne are going in airborne assault. Oh wait, I do that, the SAM's in play. I'm not sending any air into this attack because I want to take the SAM out of play so it can't be taken as a casualty. So the airborne, the 2 airborne are just going to attack overland as regular infantry. We'll do it that way. And then there's also an MBT and a field artillery going in there. The field artillery will shoot chemical. On this card here with the amphibs, we've got cruiser. Do we want to do that? No, we don't. Never mind. Forget that. We're not going to do any shore bombardment. Matter of fact, I'm just going to move them over to the other card. Okay, so there's the attack on Gotaland. And then the Soviet Union declares war on Finland. So we've got 2 air cabs here in Murmansk that attack into southern Finland, along with the attack chopper from Leningrad and the medium bomber from Baltic states. There's 1 inherent light infantry defending there. And these 2 MBTs in Murmansk are attacking Lapland, and the backfire bomber from Baltic states comes over here to carpet bomb. In support of that attack, there is 1 inherent paramilitary defending there. And that's our combats. So, as long as we're right here, let me turn the camera this way. I'll go get the auxiliary tray, and we'll roll some dice here. That'll be plenty of dice. Okay, here we go. So we'll do, we'll go small to big. So we'll do the attack on Lapland first. There's no terrain, that's 2 MBTs, and a backfire carpet bombing. So there's the backfire carpet bombing, there's 2 MBTs, and there is a defending paramilitary. Well, the defending paramilitary got a hit, but we did get 1 hit from an MBT. So, that's captured, and they're going to have to lose an MBT. I'll get roundels once I'm all done here. So that one comes off. All right, next we will do the attack on southern Finland. Okay, so there is 2 air calves. There's an attack chopper. There's a medium bomber, and there's the defending light infantry. Attack chopper, medium bomber. Okay, there's hits. He missed. So, I'm off there. Finland is captured. Now, we will do Gotaland. Okay, so for this one, There's 3 Marines in amphibious assault. Well, I gotta go slower. No, I don't. 3 Marines in amphibious assault. There's 2 airborne as regular infantry. Well, yeah, I do gotta go slower. All right. Field artillery shooting chemical in first strike. This is why I have to go slower. There is the hit that is required with a 1 in first strike. The battle's over. Oh, no, the battle's not over. 1 light infantry is killed. There is 1 remaining in defense. Now we're going to do 3 Marines, 2 airborne, and 1 MBT. Okay, there's the hit by the MBT. Everybody else missed, but the MBT got the hit that was needed. So the light infantry defends and misses with an 8. So these guys come off. And that guy is in there. All right, take that off. Now we'll go over here to the big tray. Actually, no. I think we can do it up here with the auxiliary tray, and that way you can see, because I don't think I'm going to need the battle board for this. There's just very few defenders. I think we're going to be all right. Okay, we're going to do Tabriz first. Get the dice tray up here. Okay. Tabriz first. That's going to be a self-propelled and a field artillery shooting chemical. And it's mountains, so it's 1s and 2s. Self-propelled is green. Okay, so there is 1 first strike hit. So 1 mech comes off. No. I always do that wrong. I caught myself this time. Chemical disruption. So they're defending at 4 instead of 5. Admiral Seabass will be proud of me. I finally got that right. All right, so now we have an early gen MBT at 1. That's a miss. 2 mechs at 2. Misses. And a fighter. Everybody missed. Holy Jesus. Okay, 2 mechs defend. They get 1 hit at a 4. Kill the field artillery. Self-propelled artillery and the SAM, of course, are in the box. They're going to try it 1 time. 1 time. Okay, so there's the early gen MBT. There's the 2 mechs. And there's the fighter. Fighter's black. Nothing. Complete and total miss. There is another hit by a defending mech. That's going to kill the early gen MBT. Soviets are going to have to back off of this one. They're going to have to retreat. Those 2 mechs in the mountains are just dug in too deep. and their own gunners aren't shooting for shit. So they back off of that. Okay, now into Tehran. So there's no first strikes. The fighters are both on air superiority. So here's the Soviet fighter air superiority. And he does get an air hit. One air hit for the Soviet. Okay, now the SAM gets one shot in attack at a 1, since it's because of the mountains. He misses. Alright, the mech at 2 because of the mountains. He gets a hit. Amazing. There's one general hit. Now you get 3 airborne at 3 because of close air support. No, you got 1 airborne at 2. He misses. Now you got 2 airborne at 3. There is the other hit that is needed. So the Iranians are wiped out. Here's the 2 MBTs in. Oh wait, 2 MBTs, and that's going to be the fighter on air superiority. 3 hits, and the MBTs got land target select hits. So the Iranians are going to target the mech and the SAM to take away the Soviet air defense. And they're going to have to take an air hit that the Soviets choose to take on the attack chopper. Okay, that's that. The Iranians are out of there. Soviets are in. So that's going to be 2 land. That's going to be 1 land battle star and 1 air battle star for the Soviets. Let me go get roundels and I'll give them their battle stars while I'm over here. So there's 2 battle stars. And got to distribute some roundels. Okay, there's a roundel on Gotaland, southern Finland and Lapland, and there's one on Tehran. Okay. Then, our last thing for combat is the diplomacy role for India. Pair of 8s isn't going to do the job. All right. That's it for combat. Now let's go ahead and do this so there's no chance we can forget. The Soviets are going up 1 for southern Finland and 2 for Tehran. So that's a boost of 3 to their income. Takes them from 39 to 42. Right. Non-combat. Non-combat. See everybody. Okay. This one, this one was the amphib group that's staying there in A13. This one is the surface combat group. Well, surface and subcombat. That is, I'll just show you. Here's the card I'm talking about. So we got a battle cruiser, 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, 2 frigates, and 2 diesel boats. And they are going to come from A13. Wait, no, they're not. No, they're not. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. Forget all that. Yeah, forget all that. Sorry, mistake. What we have to do over here is we have to land air. So the backfire goes back to Baltic States. The medium bomber goes back to Baltic States. And that's that. That is... Yes, that's it for non-combat. Yes. Okay, so place units. Two MBTs go here in Sveiland. 2 destroyers and a frigate are going here in A9 at the major shipyard in Murmansk. Now we do a recruitment roll for PRF. They currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zones. Missed pretty badly, in fact. Okay, deliver military aid. So we've got a next-gen MBT coming in through the minor port into Angola, and then we have a fighter arriving at the minor air base in Angola. There's that. Now over here, Somali Republic, we have a SAM and a field artillery arriving via the major port there. So they get in there. And then up here in Iraq, next-gen MBT comes into the minor port in Basra. And the fighter comes into the airbase in Baghdad. And there's that. Okay, collect money. 42. and 2, along with 2 battle stars. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.